Hello everyone and welcome back to Sophie and I's Talk Show, where we look at some of the awesome things we have going around Bellarmine. And today we are out on location in the one and only Black Box Theater. Now, this may look a little strange behind me. We have a piece of a wall missing, we have a weird styrofoam sculpture appearing, and a bunch of kind of nonsensical items around us. However, today we are talking here with Ethan Bivens about the upcoming theater production that they are preparing for in March. So Ethan, first, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself just in general at Bellarmine, and then tell me about what show you're in.
Yeah, my name is Ethan. I'm a freshman here at Bellarmine, chemistry major and a theater minor. That's pretty much the basics. I'm in Eurydice. That's the set that we're preparing for back here. And it's really fun. I have the privilege of playing Orpheus.
Oh, as somebody who knows nothing about Greek gods or anything, that sounds like an important role nonetheless.
Yeah, it's pretty important for the show.
So in the show, Ethan, give me a little bit of a non-spoiler rundown of what it's about.
So it's pretty similar to the classic Greek myth of Orpheus and Eurydice, where Orpheus is a great musician and Eurydice is his wife. Eurydice dies and then is sent to the underworld, and Orpheus goes on a journey to try and get her back.
So you get to be a little bit of the hero in this story, or at least going into it, you're going to think that you are. I'm sure that gets a little bit mixed up along the way.
Yeah, I don't know if hero is the right term, but he's just a guy trying to get his wife back in the end.
Awesome. So I'm looking at what's going on behind us. And so I'm going to go ahead and say you guys are in the early stages of actually getting the set together. What's it like trying to get the set and kind of seeing some of the pieces start to come up, because I know you guys have been working on this since the beginning of the semester.
Yeah, we've got a lot of elements coming together, and it looks like we're still pretty early on, though I'd say we're nearing a halfway point maybe.
Yeah. And
it's all just finishing up a lot of details and then finally putting everything together.
Yeah.
That's really where we are. Yeah, so what was the second part?
No. What's it like, the excitement or whatever of getting a show really kind of now that you guys are in the thick of it?
Oh, it's completely insane. I mean, it's nerve-wracking to move to a point where we're starting to get off book, and it's, very exciting to get the set together in many different ways. And once we finally start putting everything together back here, it's going to completely change rehearsal, and everything's going to finally feel like it's coming together in a very cohesive way.
Yeah, and you worked on, this is going to be your second show at Bellarmine, is that what it is? Your third show, I guess.
Technically third, yeah. I'd say second big production.
Second big, 2.5, if you will, because
yes.
You were a part of Solvent Squad last fall, and then Rocky Horror Picture Show. So now, even though you're a freshman, this is like your second and a half, let's say, show. What do you feel like you're a little bit more seasoned? Do you feel like you're more prepared going into it, or is it still a little fresh and new for you?
Yeah, the run I've had this first year has been pretty crazy. I'd say every new show, I try and go in with no expectations.
Yeah.
I don't think of myself really as a seasoned professional or anything like that, because every time you're working with new people, some people are the same, but like this show, I am working with a different director and a different stage manager. And it's that diversity in teamwork that keeps things fresh, but also getting to play a new character in new scenes, that keeps it all feeling new.
Yeah, and you hinted at the cast. Talk to me about, working with this cast. What are some of the fun things and some of the fun people you've been able to kind of interact with?
Yeah, we have some familiar faces from Solvent Squad coming back. Not just myself, but a few other co-stars of mine. Which is really great because I got to know them well, and so getting to do scenes with them again, it's very easy in a lot of regards. And then there's people I haven't had the pleasure to work with before in the first show or in Rocky, or at least not to a great depth in Rocky.
Yeah.
And it's been great to work with them though in my scenes I'm not interacting with them much.
Yeah.
But it's been great to have them there and to just have the experience of working with new people.
Awesome. And I mean, I think it's kind of funny, like, you're a chemistry major. And most people wouldn't associate that with theater. So why theater with the chemistry, or kind of what got you into wanting to do theater in college?
I've been doing theater since elementary school. It's one of my biggest passions in life. I love to do it, and I don't think I'll ever stop.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't have a theater major here anymore.
Yeah. Well, that does kind of put a damper on. But so chemistry, what are you looking to do with that? Are you looking to pair anything with theater in the future, or are you thinking? That's always the $1 million question.
Right. I'm not sure how I could pair it with theater, but chemistry's fun, and I think going into something like a lab technician position could be very interesting, allowing me to learn a lot more.
Yeah. So back to Eurydice, we're looking at, obviously the set's coming together. Obviously you're working with great cast. Talk to me about working with Dr. Ross for the first time. He's, you had a student-led production last time with Kat Carter and Solvent Squad and with Rocky Horror. So what's it like having a professor kind of this time around guiding you? Are you learning, picking up new things or anything like that?
Yeah, Dr. Ross's experience in theater and directing all around has given me new perspectives of how to look at acting and storytelling. He's big on just storytelling in general. He really wants us to find each story that's within each scene or within whatever we say. And that's been very helpful when getting into character and looking at scenes. And the depth at which Dr. Ross goes into a show is inspiring, really.
Yeah. And, talking about your character and some of the things, you did a more contemporary piece the last time, and even with Rocky Horror, a little more modern. What are the costumes, or, like any of the period piece stuff that you've had any fun with? Are there, swords or anything? What are we looking at here with it being set in the Greek times?
No swords. Actually, the time setting of this production is rather ambiguous. It won't be set in ancient times. I believe it's looking more as to like a 1930s, 50s feel, but generally it's pretty ambiguous because there's inspiration taken from different times and places of music and like people's interactions and everything like that.
Yeah. So it sounds like you guys are gearing up for a little bit of a twist on it. That'll be a little bit, maybe even more interesting for audiences. So what's something you would say to get people to kind of want to come to the show? Like what's the selling point? What's like the interesting part that you think the show has to offer?
That's a great question. I would say
the $1 million. So I'm asking you to be the marketing person now for this show.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm fit for that job, but it is a very interesting take on the classic myth, and if you have any interest in that story and a revitalized telling of said story, then this would be a great show to come and see. It's also just a great story in general, so if you don't know anything about the classic myth, you can come and learn something about it. Yeah.
You're picking up a thing or two that maybe you could drop in a history class at some point of knowing a little bit more about Greek myths. Now I'm going to ask you a fun question here. If you could pick any role or any production that you'd want to see Bellarmine put on, what's your dream production or role that you would like to do in the future?
Oh man, full-on productions.
Yeah.
I'm not too good with naming those. I would love to see maybe Grease. I'm not sure what role I would play, but that would.
Well, you kind of have like the jacket. I think we could slick the hair back. I think this could really.
Maybe like a Sunny.
Oh yeah, I think you have it innately in you. I think I could definitely see that.
Yeah, a show that I was thinking about pitching was a Monty Python and the Holy Grail Shadow cast.
Oh.
Something similar that we did with Rocky Horror, but with a bigger comedy, I suppose.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, it seems like, especially with some of your more recent stuff, you know, comedy and different stuff like that has really drawn you and drawn a lot of your fellow castmates as well. So something fun, you know,
Yeah.
something you guys get to enjoy yourselves. So I think with that, what are our dates for Rocky Horror? What are we looking out for?
We're looking at March.
Or not Rocky Horror? Oh my gosh, you're ready to see.
I know what you meant. We're looking at March 26th through 29th. That's a Thursday through Sunday with a Sunday matinee at 3 o'clock.
And after spring break, these tickets will be going on sale. So I would follow Bellarmine Theater on Instagram and check out stuff to do with BU, because those ticket sales will be coming out quick. So make sure that you guys are there to check them out. Thanks, Ethan, for coming and chatting with us from Black Box Theater. I will see you guys next